Hello, viewers, and welcome back to the darkest dungeon. I've decided that it's not feasible for me to record every run. Sorry, it's easier for me to record every run. It's not feasible for me to talk over every run. I'm sure you've noticed on the green runs lately, I just don't have a lot to say. I feel like I've covered the basic strategy of the game, which is all you really need for the green runs, just kind of a loose understanding of the concepts. And I'm just like, my choices are repeat myself endlessly or become way more entertaining. And listen, it's not that I haven't tried that second thing. So I've decided that what I'm going to do is I'm not going to record green runs anymore. And I went ahead and just knocked out a bunch of greens, a bunch of leveling on the low level people. So you can see we've got a bunch more level 3s than we had before. People here in more advanced states. I did get enough resources to upgrade the blacksmith quite a bit more. I fully finished upgrading the guild. We bought a couple of other things. The merchant wagon is one of these. Yeah, the nomad wagon. I bought a thing. But the nomad wagon prices are all upgraded. Survivalist is next, probably. So yeah, that's where we are. I've made some progress. I've gotten some trinkets. You can see I ran into the collector a little bit. Secret rooms, obviously. You can get these in secret rooms as well. We got a couple of neat trinkets. Does everybody have... Okay, things are not actually in order. Okay, so as you can see, we're pretty kitted out. Actually, a lot of these trinkets are redundant and will get sold as soon as we're low on money. But also, because I was only doing green runs and not really having to upgrade people or anything, we've got quite a bit in the bank. So, let's talk about not what I did, yesterday, but what we're going to be doing today. So, the various regions are leveled up enough that we can see bosses. Unfortunately, between the 4 bosses, you can see we only have 2 different trinket rewards. 2 of the bosses want to give us holy orders. We already have a holy order, even, which I don't know for sure that we would even use, because there are lots of good trinkets, and holy orders are only okay. And the other option is the Book of Sanity, which is not that different, right? Because of all of this stuff, the stress damage is by far the most relevant part. So I'm not super excited about these boss takedowns, but I figured it would be a good idea to have a Book of Sanity. We had one before, but it went to the grave with its owner. I mean, I assume, honestly, that the graves in the graveyard are symbolic, because how would we get the corpses back, right? Especially considering how many of them died in some sort of otherworldly inky void. By the way, let's talk about the Shambler right quick. My bad. I thought you couldn't run from the Shambler, and when I looked up at the runaway flag during the first round to make sure that was the case, it was not lit up, because you cannot flee from the Shambler during the first round. But at some point, I remember the Shambler being a thing you can't run away from. So I don't know. I don't know if that's actually a thing that was true, or if I'm totally inventing it. These are probably not like this. But so I had a memory of the Shambler being a thing you can't run away from, and so that's why I didn't run away from it. But it turns out that after the first round, you totally can. I think that's not great. I think that they should make the Shambler unescapable, because you kind of have to ask to fight the Shambler, right? I think it's totally in line with the risk-reward proposition of the kind offered by this game to make you fight the Shambler. Actually commit and fight the Shambler if you put the torch in the thing. I don't know. Maybe you don't agree. But if you don't agree, I submit to you that you are incorrect. Right? It's more fun. It's more fun that way. Anyway, let's kill a boss. Just to go real quick, I don't actually have a really compelling party of level 3s here. You can see that I still don't have a lot of healers leveled up, although I do have an occultist now at level 3. I have some Vestals coming up to replace all of the healers that I got killed, because I got all of our healers killed. But he has a billion stress from the mission that leveled him up to 3, and she's only level 2, and I don't want to bring her on a thing. I don't have enough healthy level 1s to go, so I think that a boss fight is the thing that makes the most sense to do from a who needs time off perspective. Also, this will get several people to level 5, and we'll be able to seriously think about reds, which are a barrel of laughs, let me tell you. So I think what we're going to do is go into the Warrens and kill the Unstable Flesh, or go into the Ruins and kill the Necromancer, because a Book of Sanity is okay. Let's make sure that we're kitted out here. There's no reason to go into this lacking when we have as much gold as we have. So yeah, people have skills and gear that is not upgraded. Let's fix that. That is not the thing I wanted to click on at all. She's actually all set. Okay. Durandal. There is no reason for you not to have maxed out the things you're going to be taking. And even these. I mean, the only thing we're really not going to take is Cry Havoc. We might conceivably use any of these. Trelly. What do I have on him as his 4th? What do I want on him as his 4th skill? So plus 10 accuracy is a pretty good buff. Leveling this up doesn't do a lot, but I mean accuracy is probably the most valuable stat, combat-wise. Point for point. I don't like Bellow very much. It does very little damage and doesn't leave that impressive of a debuff. Especially, it looks like the speed doesn't even increase every level. It's probably like dodge up at this level, then speed up at that level. Guard ally improves by 5% prot every rank. Let's buy up. I might reasonably have him do either of those things. Let's just improve our people, huh? You will not be using point blank this dungeon, probably. It's a shame that Highwaymen don't have a skill that moves them backwards, because that would be far more useful than Duelist Advance. Because we want him to be in the 3rd rank, right? We want our Houndmaster in the front 1 or 2 so that he can use Blackjack, because Blackjack's awesome. And we want Trelly also in front because using Rampart is important for the same reason that using Blackjack is important. And Rampart naturally moves him forward anyway. So yeah. What is Dismas going to take for his final... No, let's give him Tracking Shot. Tracking Shot's not great, but sometimes you can kill an enemy with Tracking Shot the same way that you can sometimes get a kill with, like, Retribution on the Man-at-Arms. Alright, so we're all good on that. Let's go to gear. As you can see, I have purchased all the cost upgrades. It's important to eventually get that stuff. And if you're watching the little number, why is your gear so bad, man? Why don't I care about you enough to have upgraded your gear prior to this? You probably noticed that we actually spent, like, really a tremendous amount of gold there. It happens. Gear's expensive, man. Okay, so I'd love a Rampart Shield. Sadly, I've gotten all of our Rampart Shields killed. Do we have one of the lesser stun trinkets? We have stun stones. He may be getting a stun stone. As much as that's not amazing, I really, really just want his stun chance up. A little bit of extra stun chance can put you in a great position as far as not getting attacked, because usually what it means is that you can include an extra stun in your attack cycles, and the enemy is stunned 2 out of every 3 turns instead of 1 out of every 2. Yeah, totally worth it. And then something to increase his toughness I think Camouflage Cloak might be a good way to go, given that he has a guard skill, which we probably will be equipping him with, actually. Alright, you obviously want your cudgel. We have not yet seen the orange Houndmaster trinket, and I really wish that we had, because it's very good. So he just needs damage. I think we'll get his damage from a Sun Ring. Yeah. Dismas. He is going to be all ranged all the time, so a Gunslinger's Buckle makes a lot of sense. It's damage and accuracy. It's pretty good. And then I don't think I have any scouting trinkets. That would be really good on him. I could just really go hard on this plus damage thing. Honestly, I'm going to give him the Legendary Bracer because I'm certainly not going to be giving it to the Vestal. Vestal could have a Focus Ring. That would be fine. Ugh, I wish I had a second Sun Ring for her, actually. That reduces her stun skill chance. I don't really want to do that. Speed and dodge. Okay. That's fine. A little bit of extra survivability. And then I really do I want to give her a big boatload of accuracy. The fasting seal helps mitigate the loss of accuracy from the focus ring. Her stuns are going to be too important. Maybe I should just give her another stun trinket, honestly. Maybe I just give her the stun stone instead of the fasting steel. That's a trade-off of 7 points of dodge, though. You guys, this is hard because I lost so many of my good, obvious slam dunk type trinkets. So we have a couple of people's heads. By the way, Dismas is totally still alive. I think that they kind of missed a trick here by making these have the default names of the heroes instead of plucking names from your graveyard where available. They should prefer to pull a name from your graveyard of the appropriate hero type. It's screwy that they didn't do that. Should somebody have be wearing our Berserk Charm instead of what's going on? I don't know. Yeah, I think we'll roll like this. With her stun upgraded, it's at 129. That's fine. All right, provision the Necromancer. Yeah, this is a good party for the Necromancer. The Houndmaster will be a little bit sad that he can't really bleed stuff because we're going to be fighting a lot of skeletons, but we'll be alright. There's a lot of stuff to use keys on, usually. We'll probably need some bandages. There's a lot of bleeding. And we'll bring a couple holy waters. Alright, here we go.
I entertained a delegation of experts from overseas, eager to plumb the depths of their knowledge and share with them certain techniques and alchemical processes I had found to yield wondrous and terrifying results. Having learned all I could from my visiting guests, I murdered them as they slept.
Who didn't see that ending coming? So, our ancestor... stories are starting to reveal.
Walks these halls. Only the mad or the desperate go in search of him.
I'm pretty mad. So, does everybody have the abilities we want them to have? Hound's Harry may not be the way to go. We'll keep it on for now. You don't want point blank. Let's equip you with this. Okay, everybody else is pretty reasonably outfitted. Madman right away. This is a... Some might view this as an ill omen. I don't think you'd be wrong to say that. Okay, we had pretty good luck overall there. So ordinarily I would lead with a blackjack, but let's just get some kills, shall we? So that's 2 points. This is going to do 4 to 9. Yeah, let's see.
Press disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
You missed his eyes, but you did take his entire head off. So I think you should feel good about that.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Some really great luck so far, honestly. Like, really good. Okay. Well, this fight's basically over. As always, my barometer for whether it's safe to heal, at least in a situation like that, is whether I think using the heal will extend the number of attacks that we take from the enemies. I was pretty sure there that it wouldn't change. It wouldn't change anything to go on offense, so I just went ahead and dropped the heal.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Alright. An easy enough start. But, you know, complacency, overconfidence, etc. Right, we all know what the man says. We might find a secret room. That's conceivable. That would be really cool. I do my best to avoid reading about the game because I don't want to have mechanics told to me. I want to figure them out. I think figuring out how the game works is a huge part of the fun of the game. Really, of any game. But I was inadvertently spoiled a little bit on the mechanics of how the secret rooms are generated. So I'll just say that we are not necessarily guaranteed a secret room in this dungeon, but it would sure be cool to find one. Oh hey, look who it is. He ran out the gamut. I'm really not that concerned about the operation of these two heads.
Precision and power.
Good start. Actually, that might have been a good time for tracking shot. Yeah, that probably would have been a good idea. Okay, that's not really a problem. He will display to us his trader case. We will all be sad. Yeah, just keep wailing on him, I guess. I already don't remember how much the Vestal heals for at this level. Do I want to stun him to remove the guard? No, probably not. Let's really commit to the murder. The collector's pretty low already. So only 129%. I think we'll go for the stun. Alright. He has that life drain attack that I would really like him not to use, so I figured it was worth the stun. Is this the buff? Oh, okay, it's only 9. That's not bad at all. That's a little bit more annoying, but both of our party members who have yet to go can trivially stun this guy. Now the question is... No, he has 125 stun resist. That's not worth trying. Yeah, and he hit the Vestal, which is like... We couldn't have asked for a better outcome there. because we can just heal the damage right off for free. That's less good, but he did resist the bleed at least. Alright. That may prove to be fatal. I think that was his last action.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
He probably really needed to use his life drain there. If we can get the Vestal down, she's going to heal herself. 14. That's a little more. If we can get the Vestal down, this is completely over. Alright. Easy enough. He'll do the only thing he can do. He's at 50% prot. Yeah. It would be best just to stun him and then pull this guy apart. Even with the Gunslinger's Buckle, that's still pretty good. Alright, well, this guy has literally no attacks. He can't deal damage to us or affect us in any way.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Not a bad start, really. This I'm less enthused about. Oh no, foul vapors! That is... yeah, that's annoying, but it's not the end of the world. I will totally remove it when we get back to town, though. Keeping our torchlight high because we get plus scouting chance. I would love to get a secret room. Okay, not too bad. We're going to take a little bit of stress damage here, and there's a pretty good chance of us getting crit. These guys seem to have a pretty high crit chance. Feel free to dodge those rounds, obviously. You don't have to just take every hit to the chin. There you go, buddy. I think we're going to kill her, so I will stun one of these guys. Yeah, easily, in fact. Only 14. Come on, Disney, step it up. Yeah, there it is.
Ears, blurred vision. The end approaches.
Alright, so he's completely out of the fight. And that being the case, I think we have some time to heal, since this guy will die. You would like a bandage. I did bring some bandages. What do you have left on you? Quite a bit. Oh yeah, because he got crit. Yeah, that's worth spending a bandage on, I think. I should probably take Hound's Harry off and swap it for the heal. The self-heal.
This expedition at least promises success.
Yeah, it lowers people's prot. It's probably worth having on. And it does buff pistol shot now, which is a really cool synergy that I'm glad they put in. Bonus food. All right. So these two are the real dangers. We're not worried about bone conscripts at all. And bone bulwarks can do some damage, and deadweight's an annoying attack.
A decisive pummeling.
Well, okay. Targeting matters. I chose that guy because the Man-at-Arms can't contribute to fighting him. If we killed this guy and he left a corpse and then it became the Man-at-Arms' turn, I would feel very stupid. Do I trust the Man-at-Arms to generate 12 damage? Let's do this. Now the question is, do I just hit him? Or do I stun one of the others? Obviously, I made my decision. This guy only has 4 speed, and so I'm hopeful that we will get a turn before him in round 2, and thus he won't get... there we go. Is Grape Shot good enough? Ooh, maybe. Grape Shot would be pretty good. His crit chance is very poor with Grape Shot Blast. Yeah, minus 6%. Yeah, let's just take the sure thing. Those guys hit too hard. I don't want to get stunned by one of them. Ooh. Yeah, I think we just keep up the offense. He does have a very high normal stun resist. So since this attack is very unlikely to kill him, I think I'm going to do a riposte instead, or a retribution. Oh, that's right. He doesn't have a good attack from back that far. There you go. That's what you want to see. Free damage. Oh, still insufficient. I probably should have healed him there. That was the wrong play. I'm gonna buy time. Yeah, I didn't. I figured that the bone conscript is gonna deal so little damage on a hit that we can afford to take some time here. And then he didn't hit anyways. Well,
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
no, I think it's real. I feel like we're doing alright. And maybe it's a lot to say that success is in view. But on the whole, I think we're doing quite well. So I want 250 gold of citrines. More than I want a bandage. Yeah, let's do it. Because it's not just 250 gold worth of citrine, right? It's the promise of citrines to come. Is it worth interacting with the bookcase? Nah, I know where I'm going. There's too much chance of a frustrating stress event occurring. No scout, though. I have a billion torches. I'm just going to keep my torchlight up. I hope we get a scout here. That would be really valuable. We would be extremely likely to find the secret room if we got a scout in this room. Alright, that's not so bad. I'd love to stun this guy. It's not that likely to kill him on a crit. Even a lot of his crits wouldn't even do the job, since crits are only double damage. Only 11, 12, and 13 in his damage range kill this guy on a crit. Let's just do actual violence to her then. We'll try to prevent her attack from next turn instead of somebody to prevent their attack this turn. Ow. I did that because I'm going to trust my Man-at-Arms to get this done. Actually, how much do I trust my Man-at-Arms? Let's give him a little help. Okay, she's almost dead. We can do a retribution here. Since he's marked, the gladiator will be drawn to him. Ooh. Well, that wasn't very good for anyone. Oh, dear. Well, this guy's going to get his attack. That's annoying. Oh, he is not, in fact. I am as surprised as anybody. Well, that being the case, I feel really good about this battle.
A devastating blow.
I don't know. I feel like... Listen, I'm not going to claim that I know more about the setting than the guys who wrote all the dialogue. I'm just saying, based on the overall sort of feel of the world, I would be shocked if the courts in Darkest Dungeonland truck in mercy. Right? I don't feel I'm out of line there. Who dies? Who do we like less? Oh, you're about to return. We don't like that very much at all. He goes last in one round and then first in the next.
As victories
Too many
mount,
busts.
so too will resistance.
We did not get the scout. I'm very bummed. Busts are sort of broadly the least useful of the heirlooms for us right now. I think that's still true. But they're probably more useful than this citrine. And I don't think we need medicinal herbs here at all. Do I want to just camp here? And then this can give you a buff that lasts until camp. And I'm wondering if I want to camp now and then take the buff. Also, for the boss fight, in case you don't remember, the Necromancer Apprentice is behind 3 rows of broken pews. So he's in the 4th rank, and our Man-at-Arms can't currently hit the 4th rank, so I'm wondering if it might be worthwhile to equip him with Command instead of Retribution for the final fight. No, let's push onward. I'll just, we'll just interact with this now. Yeah, dodge and prot, it's fine. Although, you know what? I forgot to check I forgot to set up people's camping skills again. I feel a little silly. Ooh, a Bone Commander. Is this the first time we've seen a Bone Commander in the Let's Play? It might well be. These guys are a monster that is unique to veteran or higher ruins missions. Is it a stress game? No, it's a crit. Okay, that's fine. So what are you at? You are at 190. Okay, yeah. You totally have him. They can do a fair amount of damage. The existence of this guy is not something to be ignored. Ooh. Oh, well, that wasn't so bad. So he's at 110 now.
Masterfully executed.
A cudgel to the face is still going to be pretty effective. I'm very disappointed with us not managing to kill this guy off in the first turn. That's stress that we really didn't need to take. There we go. This is like an 80% stun chance. Ugh. Dismas, you're killing me, man. Let's do this. Let's put up the riposte. We might be able to,
A singular strike.
Wow. Well, nice of you to show up eventually. This guy does have quite a bit of prot. Should we target whistle him, maybe? We would almost zero out his prot. It might be worth doing. Since, The cudgel is at less than 50%, or the blackjack is at less than 50%.
Death waits for the
chance to
slightest
stun now.
lapse in concentration.
Alright, so yeah, you saw that. That's a pretty good attack. I don't think this guy's getting another action. We can afford to heal up.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic
Well, there you go. I was right. How about that?
unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
We did not get anything that we didn't already know there, unfortunately. I actually may walk this way and camp here. It's not that I'm trying to avoid this fight in particular, it's just I want to get as many scouting chances as I can before the boss. I'd like to have some idea where we're at on that secret room. Deeds are important, but they're not mind-blowingly so. I know I don't need a shovel. There is a path available to me to finish the dungeon that is not shovel dependent. Well, I don't know why I clicked. Like, I knew that I didn't have inventory space. Alright. We're going to walk back. We're going to come down here. See if we can't get info. And then we'll camp here, regardless of what happens. We'll fight the boss, and then we'll probably make our way up to this room. Depending on the state we're in. Oh, no, there's an obstacle there. I wouldn't... Oh. When did I see this? Well, now I feel like an idiot. Do I still... Yeah, I'm still going to push on here. Oh, no. Okay, well... Ooh, that sounds relevant. It's not that great. Okay, we've seen this pack before. It's not too bad, as long as we don't get howled at very much. And then these guys mostly just stun people. Don't really do a lot of damage or anything. Alright, so let's not have that happen. You be quiet for a moment. 50% prot, but very low health. If Dismas gets his turn... Nope. We could have avoided this thing getting a turn, probably. Yep, good enough. I just got an achievement of some kind. Alright, I do believe that that is the end of this battle, meaningfully. Plus 18% damage, plus 9%, plus 9 accuracy. Yeah, this is really only worth doing if it's going to kill somebody. You're so much better off just shooting for the damage. A target whistle on this guy might actually have been the better play. Yeah. Yeah, that was a little bit of a mistake. I should have target whistled him and let one of them deal with the gargoyle, since we knew the gargoyle didn't have a turn this round. So you're only on like 150% chance to stun. That's less than a coin flip. We'll just take the damage there. I probably should have had him do riposte. It hedges against the howl most effectively.
Impressive.
Not bad. Well, I don't think we need to stun.
Prodigious size alone does not
murder.
dissuade the sharpened blade.
Do I need torches anymore? If what I'm going to do is go fight the boss, camp here, get to full light, go fight the boss, and then walk back. Yeah, I still might need torches because we get enemies spawning in the halls backward, headed backward. Yeah. So am I just dropping 500 gold? I really do want my dog biscuits. I have to keep a key for the secret room. Yeah, nothing else here is worth less than the 500 gold. Well, I feel very silly for not looking at my whole map and realizing that that was there. That's my bad.
huddled together, furtive and vulnerable.
That stress relief.
Rats in a maze.
That definitely happens. Then we'll tell a really funny joke. Aw. No sense of humor, this one. Hound's Watch wouldn't be bad. It won't be relevant for the boss. Dodge and crit's also not bad. Obviously. Maintain equipment is also not bad. Although damage on the man-at-arms is a little bit less valuable than it would be on anybody else. But this prevents the chance of a nighttime ambush, and I really think that that's worth doing. Our poor Vestal. Alright.
In Radiance,
True
may
story.
we find victory.
We sure have an awful lot of food jammed into our backpacks. Ugh.
Ambushed by foul invention.
At least it's not one of the traps that leaves a horrible debuff. Alright, here we go. You guys are probably familiar with this guy.
Fierce.
Oh no, this guy isn't the one with the... I was thinking of the Prophet. I always get those two backwards. This is the one who summons skeletons. And obviously he does that thing. But we're not that worried about a bone conscript. Mostly we're worried about killing this jerk. He does have quite a bit of health. He also has less than 100 base stun resist. So that's real good for us. We could really use some of those big crits though. That would be cool. Any other enemy, I would have done something about this guy, but I just, like, so much I don't care. Yeah, this is worth doing. Between the bonus damage from
Well struck.
the pistol shot and the bonus damage from Hound's Rush, it's totally worth marking him. Pistol shot's feeling a little bit unimpressive, though. Wow. Okay. So, not a tremendous amount of strategy going on here. We're just kind of wailing on this guy. If the Houndmaster... Okay. I was gonna say, if the Houndmaster gets a turn before the Necromancer does, we will just club him again. We'll still just club him. This guy is actually capable of doing real damage. So we'll expend a couple of attacks bringing him down. And then, back to what I was doing. Oh no, bump in the night. I feel bad. I'm making fun of these guys more than I made fun of the Jesters. And people got very upset about the Jester thing. So let me make sure I'm doing, I'm remembering this. 194. So, 59%. Or just attack him with the dog. I would have attacked him with the dog if the mark had not worn off. I don't think he's getting another action. Do I need to heal? Or, sorry, do I need her damage to kill this guy before... No, probably not. Let's go ahead and heal since I don't think I need her damage. And a crit heal even. Wonderful. That was really very easy.
Even reanimated bones can fall. Even the dead can die again.
Well, yeah, I know. We've been killing the dead basically since we got here. But it's been like a year now, Wayne.
A trifling victory,
No, don't pick that
but
up
a
first.
victory nonetheless.
So obviously, these are just gonna get sold. Now let's get even more value.
The match is struck. A blazing star.
I threw away my holy water. I know you can get an infection from touching this thing. And I don't really have a lot of slots that I'd be willing to throw away right now. We need to hold on to a key. We need to have some food for hunger events while we're walking back. Yeah. Alright, let's head all the way back to the secret room, because I'm a big idiot and forgot to check my map while I was over there. That's fine. We wouldn't really have had the inventory space to take advantage of it. It's best to do the secret room as the very last thing in the dungeon if you can swing that. And then you can just pitch everything in your inventory. Alright, lucky so far. No stuff has been generated in our path. It might have been worthwhile to divert over to this room. My suspicion is once we get into the secret room, we're going to find that we are that we possess just enough inventory slots to carry all of our loot. Okay, we did get a fight. But not a very hard one, and we have huge advantages, just huge.
The ground quakes.
These poor bone conscripts now. I feel so bad for them. 4 damage. You are killing me, guy.
Ghoulish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
Actually, nothing in my inventory is worth less than 1,000. Oh, I didn't use my dog treats during the boss fight. Totally worth doing. Probably, I could have killed that boss a couple turns earlier if I had dog treated right away and then dog treated again when the last one, or when the first one wore off. Alright, sorry that wasn't more eventful, guys. We kind of just rolled on through. There's value in having good gear. There's value in having good trinkets. Trinkets are a tremendous difference in your party's overall power level. Really, you need to get good trinkets and make use of your good trinkets. All right, here we go. We didn't get any hunger events on the way back, so we dropped that. We dropped that. That makes a really gross noise when you drop it into your inventory. Do I want 3 busts more than I want 1,000 gold? Basically, this is the trade-off. Which one of these slots is going? Busts are what you use to upgrade the sanitarium, I believe. But our sanitarium's actually in pretty good shape. Yeah, let's just make money. 4 trapezohedrons. Yeah. That is quite a haul. Yeah, jeez. The pull just in gold, north of 23,000. Why, that pays for all of the upgrades that we bought. And no matter what you do, you're always going to end up with just 1 billion crests. Replace Ruin Scrounger. Yeah, I think Steady is in general better than Ruin Scrounger. One thing I do not do that you totally can do.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Burasa, you dick. One thing I don't do that you totally can do is consider those area-specific buffs when you're figuring out who to bring on the jobs. Yeah, I don't do it. Probably should. Alright, so we're going to just re-equip from the pool every time. I want to make sure that we're getting the best value for our from our things. Ooh. So, red long missions, champion long missions, drop ancestral trinkets. We have here Ancestor's Mustache Cream. Not one of the better ones, really. But, you know, it's amusing that this ancestral mustache cream would be in along with the other things here. Clearly, the game's not taking itself too seriously. That's interesting. I was expecting the ruins to move up to level 5 from us doing that, but apparently the XP bar doesn't actually fill up from fighting bosses. Huh. Well, we'll have to do a mission in the ruins to get it up to level 5 for us to face the other veteran level boss. Yeah. Alright, so come back next time when we maybe fight the hag. I do love a focus ring, although I will say we're already not equipping all of our focus rings all the time. What else do we have access to here? A healing but no stunning scroll. That's unlikely. And this thing is fine. It's not a mind blower. It's okay. So come back next time when we maybe do something a little unusual. You get a third heavens hairpin. Yeah. We'll see you then.